Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Logical, bringing you FPS Weekly number 27 for February 7th, 2016. It might be February 8th by the time I get this out, but who knows? Regardless, it is FPS Weekly, and today we are covering a nice variety of news stories, most of which have trailers, so it all should be very interesting and enjoyable for all you viewers, and your viewing experience is to enjoy them. First off, we have Battalion 1944, which brings back a little bit of nostalgia from about 10 years ago, when it was extraordinarily fashionable to have a first-person shooter that took place in World War II. Kind of had a lot of games at the time that followed this mantra. And Battalion 1944 wants to throw back to that older era. And that's pretty much it. It's a first-person shooter. It's a modern first-person shooter set in World War II. There's not really much else to say about that. It just is a thing. Next up, we have the Rainbow Six Siege Black Ice trailer, which depicts a yacht that has been caught and frozen in ice floes in Canada, and the team of people to infiltrate the yacht are two Canadian specialists, because Canada is icy, apparently. It is, like Northern Canada for sure, it is definitely icy. Canada is not a tropical country, as some of you were led to believe. I'm sorry, you're horribly misled. But yes, they both have different abilities to play different roles, and as with everything else in Rainbow Six Siege, it's supposed to be extraordinarily tactical, and you make decisions based on what is going on with that. And you have to make the right decisions in the right time, in the right place, otherwise everything gets screwed up and everyone dies, and that's just not a fun or remotely tolerable situation. Next up, Homefront: The Revolution is apparently, I just realized there's a typo in this news story, so I'm just gonna fix that. Let me just stick it in. See right there. Homefront: The Revolution apparently is catching the microtransaction plague. Now, here is my opinion of microtransactions. For a free-to-play game, I think microtransactions are fine if it's all cosmetic stuff and it doesn't have anything to do with actually, like, oh, you can grind away and unlock this really cool weapon, or you can spend $10 and get this weapon right now, stuff like that. I think pay to win is absolutely detestable and just a horrible business strategy that really does nothing but alienate customers and make them feel completely and utterly used. In the case of Homefront: The Revolution, from what I understand, it is going to be somewhat pay to win, because it's like well, you'll be able to unlock all this stuff for sure, but you can also pay it if you don't want to put the time in to actually unlock it, which is kind of a slap in the face to anyone that actually gives a crap about their games and wants to spend time to them, especially in our hectic world where we have busy lives and you want to do stuff and you have to do stuff. And it really means something when you find that one game where you're going to set aside a bunch of time to actually do well in it and dedicate dozens of hours to it. So that kind of is a slap in the face to the people that would be like, well, I was just going to grind for it anyway because I really like the Homefront series and I was going to do that with this game, but well, there's no point to that, is there, if I can just buy everything right off the bat and not have the experience of actually going through the game. So in this instance, I'm not okay with the microtransaction stuff. Like, if it's all cosmetics, then it doesn't matter, and it really doesn't affect gameplay at all. It's just cosmetics, like, oh, I can get this camo, I can get this character skin, whatever. It's stuff that is not really impactful on what you're actually doing in the game, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference. So yeah, that's fine, but the way that Homefront: The Revolution is going about this is not the right way to do this, and this is the wrong move to make. Next, Firewatch has just gotten 4 new trailers, which don't really show off aspects of gameplay. Like, they do show gameplay, but it's not like what makes the game-ish. Like, Firewatch is kind of interesting because it isn't really... I don't know that it really fits into a category, like a genre. I don't really think it can be classified as such, because it's not a horror game. It's not like a survival horror game. It's kind of an adventure game, but not really. It's like a ranger, it's like a forest ranger simulator. It's kind of like the best way to describe it, really. Some more exciting news. Doom has just gotten a confirmed release date of May 13th, which is absolutely epic. Kind of a problem for me, as I will discuss with the next news story. But yes, Doom comes out May 13th. And not really much else to say about that, just that it comes out May 13th. It's confirmed, it's set in stone, and this is unlikely to change at this point. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm very quite looking forward to it. The last Doom that I actually played all the way through was the original on DOS. So this should be interesting from its campaign perspective and its multiplayer perspective, because as far as I understand, this isn't Doom 4. It is actually a straight up reboot of Doom. So I'm interested to see what goes on with that and how it corresponds and how it fits itself in to the modern world of FPS gaming. And lastly, Mirror's Edge Catalyst has just revealed that there are now closed beta signups. There's a link down in the article, and I have already applied for a closed beta because I want to get into it and have fun with it and enjoy it and, you know, just have a good time. On top of that, its release date has been confirmed as May 26th. And this is where things get really hectic for me, because I really want to play Doom. I really, really want to play Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I really want to play Uncharted 4. I really want to play the new Ratchet & Clank game that's coming out in a couple months. And basically, there's just a ton of games that are coming out that I really want to play that I'm probably not going to be able to because of a lack of money or just lack of time or whatever reason. Yeah, and that kind of makes me sad, because these are all games that look so good and I just want to have fun with, but I can't because reasons. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I actually get into the closed beta. That would be so sick. Like, super, super dope if I got into the closed beta. That would be just unbelievably awesome. And anyway, that wraps up all the stories that I was going to tell you guys for this week in particular. And I will be seeing you guys next week on February 14th, Valentine's Day, or earlier, probably. I don't know, possibly some kind of rearrangement of things, perhaps. I don't know. I am not doing a special Valentine's Day themed FPS Weekly, so no. Don't ask. I am not doing it. It is not going to happen. Anyway, this is Logical, and I will see you guys next week.